back to my channel, and today is a very special vlog because I'll be talking about something that has been gripping the world, something that has made us pay attention as a global nation, and that is COVID-19. I don't see a lot of our YouTubers talk about it a lot, how it has affected them, because it has certainly affected me here in Belize, especially knowing I get a lot of my art products through AliExpress, which is a Chinese distributor. And even though it shouldn't affect the mail actually comes on planes, and not a lot of planes is coming out of China or going towards China. So that's how it has affected me here. I'm not getting my packages on time. But apart from that, I would like to talk about it not only because of how it affected me when it comes to the mail, but because of my professional life. I hint about it in the first time I did a vlog with you. And I think the best thing, because I keep saying, oh, I'm looking at my professional books. So I'm going to flip this camera around and let you see my professional books. And then we're going to talk about COVID-19. Okay, so this is the bookshelf that is completely adjacent to me. And this bookshelf right here have my nursing textbooks. Yes, I am a nurse. Yes, I am a nurse. I have my bachelor's degree in nursing science, and I have a master's degree also in nursing science. And some of those books you have seen is some of the books that I acquired throughout my nursing education. And then when I became a nurse clinical instructor, I also acquired them also to help with teaching. And I also use them from time to time now that I am working in the hospital. And this is a perspective that I'm coming to you from, not as made by Dawn, the aspiring artist, but Dawn, the nurse, who is one of the people who would be on the front line when it comes to COVID-19, especially if it should come here to my country of Belize. Thankfully, so far, I can report that according to the last press briefing that we had, there is no confirmed cases in the country of Belize. So thank God for that. There have been suspected cases and they have been ruled out. But we are continuously vigilant as a nation. We continuously to do trainings and workshops, and constantly trainings and workshops, especially because I work for the government of Belize. So what can I tell you about COVID-19? COVID-19, or coronavirus as we normally call it as layman's, is actually a virus that is known to cause a broad spectrum of symptoms. It actually can range from the common cold to what we call severe acute respiratory infections. Now, it was first found in Wuhan, China, and then it spread rapidly throughout the world. In a healthy adult, someone who is very healthy, someone who takes their vitamins, who make sure that they eat healthy, exercise normally, COVID-19 may pass you like a common cold. However, 80% of persons who are infected will recover without hospitalization. Now, there are 20% of persons who may require hospitalizations, are those persons who are immunocompromised, whether they're immunocompromised physiologically or immunocompromised pathologically. Okay, so now I know I just said a lot of medical terms and you're not used to me talking so medicine-y, but let me break that down for you. Immunocompromised means that your immune system is not functioning at optimal level. Basically, that's it. Persons who are immunocompromised physiologically is naturally immunocompromised, and those persons are like young babies. Their immune system is not properly developed yet, so it's not operating at optimal level. Also, persons who are physiologically immunocompromised are the elderlies, because their immune system has slowed down and it's again not operating at optimal levels. Hence why the coronavirus is very, 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 very serious when it comes to babies and the elderlies. Persons who are immunocompromised pathologically are those persons who have comorbidities. Another big medical term just basically means those are persons who have hypertension, diabetes, those persons with cancers, persons with HIV, persons who have rheumatoid arthritis. That's an immunosuppressant condition. HIV is another immunosuppressant condition. Persons who have prolonged steroid use. So those persons are also immunocompromised. Now, the scary part of COVID-19 when it comes to immunocompromised persons is that it takes them from mild symptoms to severe respiratory symptoms rapidly. So it's within a few days. You can go from having a common cold into having a pneumonia into having a respiratory distress. It brings now back to how is it transmitted. COVID-19 is transmitted through droplets in the air. From workshops that I attended, it says actually large droplets in the air. So it's droplets that comes from sneezing, from coughing. Sometimes when we talk, we like to spew a little thing out. Yes, droplets that comes from those. It's in the air. Now, when I went on the World Health Organization website, it did not specifically says how long the virus can live in the air. But there are some people who are saying it can live up to 4 hours. But the WHO, World Health Organization website, did not specify how long the virus can live in the air. So the large droplets are in the air and we breathe it in. Sometimes it comes into our bodies because we will rub our eyes, our nose, our mouth, and we introduce the virus into our bodies that way. The virus is also known to live on surfaces. Again, there is no specific time how long the virus can live on the surface. On the World Health Organization website, which is the source I'm using, there is no specific time how long it can live on the surface. But again, if you're touching your eyes, your nose, your mouth, it can be introduced into your body that way. Okay, so how do we prevent ourselves from contracting this condition? Don't touch your eyes, don't touch your nose, don't touch your mouth. Try not to introduce the virus into your body through those means. Also, the wearing of masks. I know people are just rushing to the drugstore trying to buy masks. The wearing of masks is not so much to protect you, but to protect others from you, especially if, because the virus can live on surfaces. So if you don't know you have it, and some people might just be asymptomatic, you don't know you have it, the virus can live within the inner surface of your mask. So it's basically to protect others from you, but not so much to protect you. The best thing you can do to protect yourself is wash your hands. As simple as that. Wash your hands often, wash your hands routinely, wash your hands every single time, and stay away from touching your eyes and your nose and your mouth. Don't do it, especially for people like me who wear glasses who tend to like to lift them up and scratch my eyes. No. Or I also have allergies and I tend to like to scratch my nose a little bit when my allergies act up. You don't do it. The other advice I could give when it comes to COVID-19, especially if you travel to an area where there are confirmed cases of this condition, is incubate yourself. Basically, isolate yourself for at least 14 days. That is so important because symptoms of this condition can be manifested or can show itself within 10 days, 10 to 11 days. So the 14 days incubation period is a good landmark if you believe that you have been exposed. And guys, as I always end my videos, stay safe, and with COVID-19, stay informed. And I have let you into this part of my life because this condition is very, very, very serious. It makes us aware that we are not just Belize, or we are not just China, because what happens in China can affect us here in Belize. What happens in Canada can affect us here in Belize. So it's not only what happens in Mexico or our neighboring countries that can affect us. We are a global nation. We travel. People travel. So we have to help each other out in this time by being informed and by protecting ourselves. By basically protecting ourselves, we can be protecting others. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.